Hello and welcome to Total Football Analysis. In this video we will take a closer look at some of the advantages as well as the required style of play that supports playing with inverted wingers. This analysis is part of the April edition of our monthly magazine. You can find the link to the magazine in the video description below. And if you don't want to miss any of our videos, subscribe to our channel for free. Legendary Arsenal manager Herbert Chapman was a visionary and forward-thinking manager for his era, breaking away from the dogmatic belief of orthodox wingers who play to the side of their preferred foot. Almost a century later, the inverted wingers still hold their value as key players who can change a game and unbalance an organized defense. It is not to say that playing with inverted wingers is superior to having orthodox wingers. A team's system and style has a lot to do with determining what's best. If you wanted to get crosses into the box from a pacey winger before the opposition had time to drop and get in their defensive shape, then perhaps the choice of an orthodox winger is best suited to this style of play. In the following, we will look at the unique and somewhat overlooked advantages of playing with inverted wingers. For example, inverted wingers oftentimes do not have to engage in, let alone beat opposition fullbacks in a foot race to get success. Also, in-swinging crosses that inverted wingers can provide have proven more deadly and effective in comparison to out-swinging crosses in open play. There are two simple reasons for this. Firstly, the forwards meeting the cross connect with the ball closer to the goal versus the meeting point of an out-swinging cross, which has to be delivered deeper to avoid being collected by the opposition goalkeeper. Secondly, it is more difficult to defend these type of crosses. The goalkeeper has a more onerous task in having to read the out-to-in flight of the ball before deciding whether to compete in the air for it. Similarly, for defenders, if the flight of the ball is high and to the back post, they have to move towards their own goal as they look to make contact with a defensive header. All the more difficult in comparison to executing a lofted defensive header away while facing up the field. Consider the tactical picture of a right-footed winger playing from the left supported from behind by a left-footed left-back. Should the winger carry the ball forward and turn to dribble inside, he now is attacking the opposition fullback's weak foot as well as creating space out wide for the supporting fullback to attack should he receive a pass. In contrast, if the winger is left-footed and he engages in a 1v1 with the opposition fullback, he is forced to try to beat the fullback on the outside in a foot race. The option to pass inside at this moment is denied due to the screening position of the fullback. As well, should the winger look to turn and play backwards to a supporting teammate, he has to turn facing the sideline to protect the ball, at which point he can easily be forced into making an error as well as losing sight of teammates and passing opportunities. Attacking fullbacks can also have their attacking potential reduced when playing behind a winger who plays on their natural side to their dominant foot. This is because when the winger in front of the fullback receives the ball, he is more often than not forced into a foot race on the outside to protect the ball from the defender as well as to advance his team's attack. As a result, the supporting fullback has an unrealistic challenge to catch up with and bypass the winger on the outside to offer a forward outlet to progress the attack. However, should an inverted winger step inside with the ball on his safe side, he then serves to create space for an overlapping fullback in the channel. The lack of urgency from the winger in these moments also allows time for the fullback to advance ahead of the play and become an attacking threat out wide on the same side. Here we can see an example of this. Richarlison, the left winger for Everton, has carried the ball forward significantly and at such a pace to allow the supporting left back to arrive in support of the attack. Just as Richarlison is about to be tackled, he releases a pass to the left back, who has enough time and space to cross into the forwards entering the box. Another important observation when it comes to inverting wingers, cutting in for 1v1 duels, is the opportunity for secondary success, by which we mean a team winning penalties, corners and free kicks in dangerous positions as a result of successful dribbling from an inverted winger. In this image, Raheem receives the ball from as wide as the touchline. From a good first touch, Sterling faces forward and dribbles slowly towards the box. Due to the potential threat of the English winger and the lack of defensive support, the Manchester United fullback is apprehensive about committing to a challenge and subsequently offers Sterling the opportunity to enter the penalty area, an area where it becomes even more dangerous to make a tackle. We know the value an inverted winger offers to the attacking potential of a supporting fullback. However, by dribbling infield between the midfield and the defensive lines of the opposition, more opportunities begin to open up for the winger to affect the game positively. Let's consider 4 options. The first and more immediate chance to create a goal-scoring opportunity is the potential to give a penetrating pass to the striker moving into the blind spot of the deepest defender. The second, as the opposition fullback stays with the ball-carrying winger, the space is created for the attacking fullback to affect the game, either by receiving a pass from the winger or a pass circulated back around through the central midfielder. Third is an in-swinging cross to the back post to either the second striker or the opposite winger, depending on the formation. Fourth and finally is the opportunity to switch the play quickly to the opponent's weak side where they are unbalanced and unprepared to receive an attack. This can happen by playing a crossfield pass to meet the forward run of the fullback or winger on the opposite side. Here we can see a recent example from the Premier League game between Liverpool and Watford. Gerardo Olofau is playing as an inverted winger for Watford, a right footer operating from the left. At the moment he carries the ball inside after gaining a few yards centrally, a few key options become available. The centre forward, highlighted in yellow, can make a blindside run behind Liverpool centre-back Van Dijk to receive a penetrating pass and potentially score. Alternatively, as Liverpool were compact and organised to receive an attack from their right, they are more exposed to a potential attack from the left temporarily if Watford can switch the play to the right midfielder early. Here is an example of an in-swinging cross scenario taken from the Premier League game between Liverpool and Southampton this past season. Left footer Salah is about to deliver an in-swinging cross to the back post. Observe the position of two key players in this moment that help facilitate the cross. Central midfielder Jordan Henderson makes a run from deep, which engages one of the Southampton defenders on the corner of the box, while the overlapping fullback Alexander-Arnold helped to delay the press to Salah from his high position while also offering himself as an alternative attacking outlet should the cross not be delivered. As Salah delivers the cross, notice the position of the two Liverpool forwards in the box at this time and the position they take up. As we see, both Liverpool forwards are positioned in a wide, if not in a vertical line, to the back post. This position serves to help the forwards have the most optimum starting position, such that if the cross is high to the back post, they are best placed to connect with the ball. If the ball dips or falls short, then there is space to move forward still and attack the cross in flight. Finally, we look at finishing. Regardless of the position a player plays, the most optimum position a player can take up before shooting is one that offers them a full angle to the goal. In contrast, consider a right footer trying to score from a wide angle to the right of the goal. Naturally, for inverted wingers who arrive in good goal-scoring positions, they will be coming in at an angle to the goal, which allows them to have the width of the goal mouth in their vision and body shape. In this image we see right-footed forward Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who is playing as a left winger for Arsenal, making a well-timed run to beat the offside trap and latch onto the through ball played by the Arsenal central midfielder. As Aubameyang takes a good first touch across the path of the recovering defender, he sets himself for a good chance to score on his second touch. Notice the value that is offered to a right-footed player at this angle, as Aubameyang has the view of the goal, the goalkeeper, and the ability to finish on either side from this position. To sum up, as an inverted winger, stepping in with the ball from this position means you have the goal and the passing options in your vision. And it is where some of the greatest players we have ever seen show their genius.